New face filters on Instagram today. This is my favorite one so far. Nice job, team.
I'm afraid you can't handle any more implants right now. Your body isn't durable enough to take it. Sorry.
Stupid science bitches couldn't even make my friends more smarter. Hey, you're right. Stupid science bitch couldn't even make I more smarter. All right, let's get out of here, man.
Hello, derivative bullshit. That I love. I absolutely love. Oh, hello, you.
How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior Show. Welcome back. Now, if you are new, become a disciple of the Savior channel and join, become blessed, okay? And turn on notifications and I will bless you, okay? I will be so goddamn in your debt and thankful. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. So today, I just want to talk about one of the classics, one of the games that means so much to me and to so many other people. It's kind of sad and funny at the same time that in the year 2023, with the peak of society and technology, one could argue that no game has still ever become as good as New Vegas. Now let's discuss why I think you should play Fallout New Vegas in 2023. Let's be honest, at this point New Vegas looks like decaying mole rat feces, but don't let that put you off the game because Fallout New Vegas is a masterpiece. And today I want to give you my Fallout New Vegas 2023 review. It's easy to get distracted now because so many new games keep coming out, but I urge you to go back and play this masterpiece. I just want to capture what was so special about New Vegas, and it's kind of crazy because this game was rushed, okay, and let's give Bethesda some props, okay, because if they didn't have the groundwork from Fallout 3, then none of this would have been possible, but I still think this is the best RPG ever, you know, three-dimensional RPG to ever exist, maybe Mass Effect as well, but I personally think Fallout New Vegas is just a lot more detailed and complicated. And I have to say that I'm actually a massive fan of Fallout 3. I've made a video about it, a retrospective, same as this, and I've done a video showing how to modify it and how to make it look good and change things. And I'm going to do an updated video on Fallout 3, and I will also do an updated video on Fallout New Vegas and how to make that moddable in 2023. But yeah, so I have to make that clear. I don't dislike Fallout 3. In fact, it's one of my all-time favorites, and in some ways I prefer it to Fallout New Vegas because it just holds a special place for me, and the atmosphere for me was just even greater than Fallout New Vegas. And I should say this, if you are planning to play Fallout New Vegas in 2023, then you should modify it. So the thing is, Obsidian are well known for making good quality dialogue, and they have an ability to make interesting narrative pathways, which Bethesda sadly does not, and they have fallen off, especially with Fallout 4, which was a joke in my opinion, okay? And yeah, Fallout 3 I think still did a pretty good job, and it had lots of player choice and consequence, not as much as New Vegas, but I digress. I don't think they need to be hated on as much as they are. So what made New Vegas so special? Well, I think a big part of it was the player freedom. Everybody thinks Breath of the Wild is revolutionary with its, you know, choices of player agency and freedom. In many ways, New Vegas actually did that way before Breath of the Wild, because as soon as you start the game, you are free to do whatever you want in New Vegas, and you could argue that with other Bethesda games, but New Vegas is completely open. And what I mean by that is you don't have to follow a set narrative part to get the game to completion. You know, there are so many different ways of ending this game. There are so many choices, so many different groups to interact with, and that's why it's still so special today, because there are so many new things that you can still find and people to talk with, NPCs that feel fleshed out and alive because of the great dialogue and writing Writing is massively important in video games, and so is player agency. And I think a lot of modern day games seem to forget that, because now they are just trying to capture that feeling of cinematic, movie quality, and it takes away a lot of player agency. Just look at the new God of War. Fallout New Vegas and its philosophical design was completely opposite to that style of gameplay, and most open world games are open. There is a set story and there's only kind of one way, usually, or a couple of ways to, see it to the end. But with New Vegas, you can literally speedrun it in a matter of minutes, which is just insane. The goal might not be as clear and as streamlined as Breath of the Wild, but the fact is that you have complete player agency, and that's what makes this a great game. So I think people underestimate the power of choice and consequence. That's why I love games. I would rather a more self-contained environment and open world, but have so many options in that space and go back and play it in so many different ways, instead of having a massive Ubisoft world with very little choice and the illusion of choice, and basically it sets you down only one path. That's the magic of Obsidian, and that's why all of their games, the Outer Worlds is a good example. It's very small in nature, but there are so many different ways of interacting with that world, and I think they actually understood the IP of Fallout. That's why this just has a special vibe, a special atmosphere to it, because even though Bethesda respected Fallout, they had to change it to bring it into this new three-dimensional space. I think Obsidian respected and understood the more grounded lore of Fallout and its universe, and Bethesda chose to lean towards the more dark comedy aspect to the Fallout universe. I find it interesting that two studios using the same IP, the same engine, the same assets, can create two massively different games. To me, that's actually not something to be looked down upon. I like the fact that these games are so different, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. But when it comes to player choice, of course Fallout New Vegas is the best. When it comes to writing, of course Fallout New Vegas is the best. It makes you invested in this world. It makes you invested in the factions, in the NCR, in the Legion, whoever you want to join, or if you want to be independent. There are so many different endings to this. The DLCs are all absolutely fantastic. And the combat, even though it's rather stiff, like I said, that's why you need to mod it, but even compared to Fallout 3, it's a lot better. And, it just brings back all the elements of the Fallout franchise that we haven't seen in a while, like, using explosives to break down a door. I mean, how many times in video games do you see something like, a broken down fence and think, I can easily just jump over that, but your character refuses to do anything because it's a video game, and because it's actually just another invisible wall that the developers have put in, and they've tried to cover it up. That's why games like Dark Souls or Fallout New Vegas are so special, because they respect the player. They respect the player's intelligence to engage in the world and interact with the world as if it was a real place. And that's why Fallout New Vegas is a masterpiece, in my opinion, from interacting with the factions, the karma system, how your karma and actions interact with different factions. You can't play nice towards everyone. You can't be friends with every single faction. If you're going to join one, you're going to piss off the other.
Thanks to you, I think we're in good shape. The squad seems to be functioning much better as a unit now.
They love me.
I absolutely can't wait for the remaster to come out that's being designed in Fallout 4 and the engine of Fallout 4. Who knows if that's ever actually going to get released, but I pray to God that it will, because everyone needs to experience Fallout New Vegas. And no matter what kind of player you are, if you like to be the wandering adventurer, or if you like to engage with deep conversations and be a kind of pacifist, or if you like first-person shooters, there's a lot to be found here, and not just within its gameplay, but the narrative, I feel, is so complicated, and it gives you so much choice and freedom that it makes you a more interesting player because you're engaging with such an interesting world. Many games nowadays expect you just to turn off your brain and just go along with the ride, but if you play New Vegas, I think it will make you a more interesting person, and it might actually teach you something about yourself, what kind of person you are, if you're role-playing this game as yourself, which I know I like to do. So I just think this game was so ahead of its time, and it's so sad that this is such an old game now, which is pretty crazy, but still no RPG, in my opinion, has come close. So that's why I think you should play Fallout New Vegas in 2023. That is my Fallout New Vegas 2023 review, and yeah, I just think this game is something that everyone should experience. Every gamer should give it a try. Like Dark Souls, where you feel triumphant when you defeat a hard enemy or a boss, Fallout New Vegas is kind of the same in its situation-based gameplay, where it rewards you and makes you feel intelligent because you find your own way of, solving that situation or dealing with the enemies, because unlike most games, not everything has to resort to violence. I also think the theme of the Fallout universe, it's weird, futuristic, but 50s style, is just so unique, and we haven't seen anything like that, and Obsidian managed to capture that in this new setting so well. I hope you enjoyed my Fallout New Vegas review in 2023, and I hope this is enough. And I didn't want to spoil that much about the narrative or anything like that, because if you haven't played this, I think you should, and that's why. So yeah, I hope you liked this, and if you did, make sure you subscribe and you check out my other content and my music on Spotify. And if you like this type of content, make sure that you do stick around, because I will be posting more videos like this in the new year. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.